guys. Hope my coat's not in the way. I've been traveling. I was in another spot and made a pour to catch. You gave up, did you? He was pretty deep, guys. He was 17 foot. I was in another spot, made a pour to catch, and I put my coat back on because it's not really that warm today. This is the Virginia shad tadpole, and that's what I made a pour to catch with. You'll probably see it before you will this. I don't know. Just turn it back around. I haven't fished this area for a couple of weeks. I thought I was heading back in, to be honest with you. It's 4 o'clock. I said, I'll stop here for a minute and look around. See if you see any fish in the old place you was fishing a couple of weeks ago. So I did. And it was 4 running the bottom, and I caught one of them. I knew they wasn't monsters. There's 2 more at 30 feet. See, the water's got some color to it. The Virginia shad will work in it. Right there he is. See him right there? And they were on the bottom when I threw at them. But I think they raised up when they seen the bait. I'm getting pretty close to them. Messed them. One swiped at me. They were on the bottom. They came up with that other fish. Guys, 3. I looked up. Here come 3 to my right pretty fast. I threw over there. 2 of them took off running from the bait when it got close to them. I mean, took off running the opposite way of the bait. Fast. This one come running for it. Like I said, you're not going to catch fish, live scope or not, unless they're ready to bite. The other 2 were not ready, wanted nothing to do with it. It's all about the same size, it looked like. And this one was the only one that thought, hey, that's fine. Y'all don't want it, I want it. But he changes his mind now. So they had a pretty good taste, but they had a terrible bite. Okay, found another one that was crazy enough to bite, guys. Not finding any size to him. I'm just gonna swing him in here. But I did switch colors on y'all because this is just a fun video. This is Blue Boy Willowtail. He's about 9 inches. Now, I tell you, I sent 2 orders out this morning, and one of them was all Blue Boy, Willowtail, stingers, tadpoles. The Blue Boy is an excellent color on stained or clear water, and that's why it's one of my #1 selling colors. My website tells me what's selling the most of, okay? And believe it or not, now, last year, the bug was the #1 seller. Yep. And the color was Wipeout and Brim was pretty well tied between those 2. And Earth was in there too, the natural colors, all right? Because they work, guys. But I can tell you, if you got clear water, the wild color in the bug and the cricket, dazzle, will work just as good, I'm telling you. So, if you got some little water with a little stain to it, you know, you can go Blue Boy, and some of those is fine. Blue Boy's good in clear water. But everybody's wanting the Brim and the Wipeout because it's natural color to a crawfish or to some kind of bug that fell in the water, whatever. Crappie will eat anything in the water, guys. They're not that picky. All right, look around here, see if we can find a couple more fish, guys. Well, that wasn't hard. Next cast. I looked at was 2 way out in front of me, about 40 feet. I threw it to them, and one of them come running after it. All right, just ain't no size to them, and that's okay. I've caught some nice fish now. I think the biggest thing I've caught today was about 13.5, but still, these big fish. Last year I caught a lot of big fish. I mean 2-pounders. This year I have not caught a 2-pounder. Roy has caught quite a few, but he said the same thing. He's not catching the numbers he did last year. And there's a couple other fellows here that are big fish, big crappie fishermen that go out and look for big fish, you know, with live scope in the spring, and they said they're not finding them either, even on other lakes. But Kerr Lake, I think it's being probably the best spot right now. All right, Blue Boy Willowtail, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I put the ice color on. Told you I was gonna switch. It was 5 crappie moving across here, and I threw out in front of him. Oh my gosh. And this crappie come running out of the pack. All of them came for it. All 5 of them came for it. This one came, it's mine. I'm gonna get there first. Yep. Well, I got it loose, and then it caught. Come here. Look here, guys. It fell through. No, don't. I got you loose. Don't do that. It fell through. I'm gonna have to cut my line. I ain't gonna fit it back through his gill. It fell through his gill plate. I'll just cut it off. I'll retie it. I don't want to kill the little fella. He ain't very big, about 8 inches. But I'll tell you one thing. That crappie has the right attitude. All right, guys, next cast. There's, like I said, I've turned back around. They're still going out that way, and they're moving slow. Like I say, these crappie are moving, and they'll stop on a stump, or they'll stop on a little depression on the bottom for a little bit and kick around. These pre-spawn crappie don't sit up very long nowhere. Even on brush, I've seen them on some brush piles. They'll stop on it, and you'll throw it a couple times, and they go on. And they're like, you know, I don't need to sit here. All right, I'm gonna switch again. Oh, come here. That was the ice color. He's about 9 3/4. That's 2-1 ice, and they love this one. I'll tell you what, this is a sleeper, the ice color, I'm telling you. It works great. All right, right now, for some reason, I've been fishing 3 or 4 hours a day, and I struggled to catch fish today. I mean, I caught some, and I caught some nice ones. But right now, I'm catching them every cast. It could be at the time of day. The water's warming up, you know, in the evening. It's 4:30. So the water's warming up during the day. It's supposed to be 65 today. I made a boat ride to here, guys, so it didn't feel those 65 to me. It was 50 couple degrees when I put my boat in the water at, and that was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. All right, guys, look right there through the pollen. There's some right there, and there's some right there. See how those are just holding? Those, that one group is just suspended right in open water. See that? And the other ones, I don't know if they're suspended or if it's something there. It could be a couple rocks. It ain't much if it's something there, is it? So I threw out there as hard as I could. I don't know where my bait is. I just seen a fish move. All right, right there's one of them. That's on the ones that were suspended. And that's what I was hoping would bite it, because they're bigger fish, I think. Now I switched colors. Remember, what color y'all think I switched to? And I'm going to add something real fast. Somebody asked me this last time I done a video like this, where I used a lot of different colors. I love this ultralight rod. You don't have to be that big to feel big, do they? They said, Dennis, you're proving that color sometimes don't make that much difference. Well, yes, that's what I'm proving in some respect. You're right. I'm proving that sometimes there's color might not be as important as we think it is. Now I can tell you something now. This fish been caught before. Okay. Catch and release works, guys. I'm gonna tell you something else. Yesterday, color was very important. I have fished 3 days in a row, guys, and yesterday there's only one color I could really get them to hit. Now I could catch them on a few other colors, but not consistent. They was more consistent on the Virginia shad color yesterday with the blue tail. They would hit that every time. So, does color make a difference? Yes, color can make a difference. But here's what I always say. There's usually more than one color that's good for that day. And what I'm doing today is I'm using natural colors. Ice, Virginia shad, and the snowflake color is a natural color. See here? Look how it flickers different colors. Yep. And they're all in the junior baits too, guys. When fishing's tough, downsize. It's like bass fishing. When you're bass fishing and you can't get them to hit, you go to a finesse worm, right? Or you go to a Ned rig. Do the same thing. Now, that one group of fish moved, the other one didn't. All right, I threw it back out there, guys. Shut the bell. I don't know where it's at. I can't see it. I'm gonna start reeling. Now, I see the fish moving. That's what I usually go by. If I see them shuffle a little bit, I know they can see it. All right, so I caught 1 or 2 out of the school. Once you catch a couple out of the school, they get a little tougher. I might have to put it right on their nose to get them to hit it now. There you go. Now, I got quiet because I seen the fish shuffle. I seen a couple move left and right, so I stopped drilling. If you notice what I done, I stopped drilling, and then I waited a second, started reeling again, and he hit it. So when I stopped reeling, it fell down through. And when they started shuffling and moving a little bit, I knew they seen it. I knew probably was above them. So I stopped. And when I stopped, as it fell, I started again. As soon as I started, one of them said, you ain't getting away. I think when you do that, y'all put in the comments what y'all think. About 9 inches. When you let your bait fall down in front of them like that, and they fall down through the school, and a fish down further in the school will chase out and grab it, do you think they think it's a minute getting away from the fish above them? Because they usually will slam it pretty hard. Now, he come forward hard. I seen him, and They got to think that there's a reason for it. Why did that minnow get past all them other fish, or it's a school of minnows? Can you imagine in your mind's eye a school of shad coming by, or a school of minnows, and there's 8 or 10 or 15 crappie, and they run up into them? Those minnows will go every which way, right? And that's what I think it is. When your bait falls down through the school, and they run out and grab it like that, they think it's a minnow darting away from the fish above them, or around them, you know? All right, guys, I cheated. Oh my gosh, boy, he's mad. I made him mad. Y'all see him? He was throwing a fit. He went up there and broke water. I could see him. This water's not as dirty as y'all think it is, so I can see the fish right there now. But y'all see what he done? He was fighting hard. Then he went out there, and then he come to the water and surfaced and jumped. You're mad, ain't you? You thought you really had something and it wasn't. Huh? He's mad because I tricked him, guys. And then that little hook thing got you in the roof of your mouth. Well, I don't know what I done with my pliers. I had them in my, here they are. Good thing it wasn't a snake. Snake would have got me. That's a nice fish there, guys. He got a little bit of egg sac on him. Fish is probably 10 and a half. Good eater. All right, I cheated. I caught 3 on snowflake. I had to do that, guys, because I seen them fish that was moving away from me. I thought I better hurry up and cast. So I made one more cast while they was moving. I didn't have time to switch. All right, so we got 3 on snowflake. Now we done caught Virginia shad, blue boy, and snowflake. Let me dig around. What other natural looking color do I have? Okay, what color did he come up with this time? What color did he pull out? All guesses. Put your guesses down below. It's too late now. Come on, quit flopping in my hand. All right. Yeah, I hooked him, unhooked him, and I hooked him back because my line's tight. He's a baby. He weighs 7.5. Oh, yes, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Killer Tweety bird. Put the old Tweety bird on him. What do y'all think about that? And the killer color. All right, water is 60, guys, pre-spawn. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I'm just looking around here for fish. Like I said, they're moving around. There's like a couple right there. I don't know if that's a stump or a piece of trash on the bottom, a couple fish sticking off of it. They'll stop on little tiny stuff on the bottom and kind of hold on it a little bit. Y'all notice I'm constantly moving this handle. You know why? The boat's spinning around. We got a little bit of breeze going. Where I was really bad. That's one of the reasons I stopped here. This big steep bank here behind me. I have fished this many times on windy days with y'all, and it kind of hides me. I don't see my bait because, like I said, the boat's been moving on me, but I know I'm down there somewhere with them. All right, guys. They're biting better now than they have all day, that's for sure. Just ain't no size to them. Oh, he nailed it too. My goodness gracious. And they ain't playing around with it either. He hit it one time and I set the hook. Good gosh. He had one swipe, and I think he swallowed it in one swipe. Well, I'll get my tool out here. All right, let me find my tool, guys. All right, still ain't found my tools. I just got to hold it up with a pair of pliers. All right, he's back. All right, that's 2 on Tweety bird. Got to switch colors. Okay, hit spot lock there. I'm kicking along, guys. I've seen the school, about 10 fish in it. Heading to my right. I threw at him fat. That's why I'm using 1/16 too, guys. I'm throwing at moving fish more often or on the bottom. Not seeing fish suspended much, not way up in the water column. As I showed y'all those haul ago, they were 15 foot and they were off the bottom, but they wasn't, this is a nice one, but they wasn't suspended up in 3 or 4 foot of water. That's where we usually find the big fish. Bam, look at that one. I said big fish, that's a nice one right there, buddy. He's right at 12 inches. Look here, barely got him hooked too. Is this a natural color? Well, I got him hooked good though, but barely got him in the lip, but it held on to him, didn't it? All right, let's get him back. Go lay your eggs, mama. All right, I laid another one there with the chartreuse. Yep, what do you think? Brim. Now, y'all heard me say that a lot. I say brim, wipeout are natural colors. Why? They're earth tones, right? And they're, some perch have a lot of different color into it. You know, the browns. This thing has red, green, gold, blue flake in it. You look at a sun perch when you turn them, they have a lot of color in them, don't they? That's why it's a natural color to the water. And you got crawfish that are in browns. All right. All right, guys. It took about 10 minutes. I threw it quite a few. A lot of them were smacking at it. I caught a bass. Like I say, the worst thing is they're moving a lot. You you cast at them, sometimes time your bait gets there, they're gone. I lost one. I caught a bass, and I finally caught this one. All right. Now that's how many colors is that, guys? 4? What in the world? He's a little bit over 9. All right. Now I'm gonna do one more color. That's brim. We've done quite a few natural colors. What other color you think would be a natural color that I sell? All right, guys. First cast with this color. What y'all think it is? Not a monster either. This fish looked like a pretty sized fish when I threw at him. I thought he was going to be at least a 10-inch, 12-inch fish. Like I say, I'm like Roy. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Since they've done a new update and it changed them a little bit. Maybe it's just me. Now I can tell when they're up close to me and in shallow water up on suspended. He's probably 8.5. Hey, the video's not about catching big crappie. Flash color. Yep. Now, guys, doesn't that look real? See why I call it flash? Look at it. Looks like a minnow, doesn't it? That's flash color. Now, personally, people ask me all the time, Dennis, what's your favorite color? Well, guys, I like a lot of them, but I really don't have a favorite. But if I'm fishing clear water, and you want something that I guarantee you catch fish, you're not gonna beat the flash color. Flash or Virginia shad in clear water, and then the minnow color, it's good too. And I make it in the willowtail and all of them. If you said, Dennis, you can only take one bait with you, one color with you, to go fish a lake or somewhere, I would take the Stinger Junior or the Tadpole Junior and flash, and go on. Wouldn't worry about it. If it's clear water, whatever, and the lake's pretty clear, wouldn't worry about it. Virginia shad would be my next choice. It works in all the bodies, and the willowtail is really hard to beat in all of them. Y'all see me make videos with that. All right, I owe y'all one more fish on this, and I'm gonna go in and fix me some supper. These fish got the right attitude today, I can tell you that. There's about 5 of them out there, and I threw it. I didn't even get a chance to start reeling. He had it as soon as I got close to the bottom. He just thought he had to have a piece of that flash color, didn't he? I'm telling you, that flash is a catcher, a fish catcher. All right, guys. Yeah, I figured I caught a white perch a while ago. There was something on the bottom down there, sticking off the bottom by a foot, and had a bright spot on the end of it. This was the bright spot. When I came past it, he rolled up and grabbed it. I figured it was a crappie, but I figured he might be a little bit bigger since he was on down 12 feet on the bottom and looked like a pretty good mark. I think I'm gonna throw it here a couple more times just to see if I can find one a little bit bigger than this. Like I said, I'm not seeing many big crappie. He's about 7 inches. I'm seeing all these males. I reckon that's what they are. All right, but if I don't, there you go, guys. That's like 5 colors, natural colors, in light stained water. I can look down in the water. Yeah, I can see my transducer easy. How far can I see this bait down? I'm gonna reel up to it. I can still see it. All right. Right there. I can see this bait down about 14 inches before it disappears. And they're natural colors. I'm just trying to prove to y'all, you can use natural colors when the water has some stain to it. Natural colors will work in water that's not crystal clear, guys. Some of y'all going like, yeah, my water's too stained for flash or Virginia shad. No, it's not. If you can see it in the water, well, let me say it a different way. It might be. But if you, I ain't seen your water, have I? If you can see in the water a foot or so, Virginia shad will work, and all these natural colors will work. See y'all, guys.